Welcome to Lunchtime Love Lights. I'm Sarah Ray, and I'm a professional counselor, medical intuitive, and I'm committed to women rising radiant. And this show, Lunchtime Love Light, this is your midday heart uplift. We are going to go through metaphysical topics, practical aspects and tools that you can do to raise your frequency and heal from divorce, from breakup, from loss, from all of these pieces that are just really, really, really deep, you know? And this can also be good if you're dealing with trauma, or maybe the breakup happened a couple years ago and you haven't recovered. It's all, this is all part of the journey of the heart and the spirit as a woman on her path of love and life. And so this is special. Today is episode 1. So excited that you are with me on the ground floor. So let's take a breath. Let's just let it all out. And I want to pray. I am very into prayer. And if you've gotten a chance to check out Radiant Relief, my ebook, 3 Sacred Keys to Rise Radiant from Breakup, there's a lot of gorgeous prayers in there. That link will be down below as well. And so letting yourself just really drop in with me. What are you creating? What is your radiant rise? Where do you need support in the middle of your day, or to have this more love light like coming in for you? And so I'm going to call in a great, beautiful container for this show and for the Lunchtime Love Light. And calling in the most beautiful, universal, benevolent light to ground and hold and soothe and heal the women that watch this from their own connection to the divine, from your connection to the divine, your higher self, your highest hologram. May you just really tap in there and tap into yourself and tap into this alignment now. And finding your space, finding your space, finding your grace, finding your now. May we find that. Have the drive to complete your life, all of the tasks with your family or your work or your own mind and your heart as your healing. And may this container be set today with the highest radiance, highest beauty, and highest benevolence for us to drop into this amazing topic, right? Which is rising from the ashes. Finding your radiance post-breakup. And this is really for any setback, that you've had or loss as well. So welcome to episode 1. I'm so delighted to have you here. And so let's breathe into our hearts again. Just centering yourself, breathing in. Okay, so let's drop in a little deeper. I'm going to give you kind of a show overview. So I'm going to talk for a little bit from a practical standpoint of 20 years of working with women, metaphysical, emotional, psychological constructs, some meditation time to really drop into some frequencies of radiance and do some heart healing for you and for all of us. So just allowing yourself now to just take a breath and let's focus on rising from the ashes. So there's going to be 3 different parts to that. There's going to be talking about the burn, feeling seared with the shock of what has occurred, the level of emotions that you might be feeling. And, number 2 is, what is that like to rise from the ashes? What are the components of that are going to make that happen? And step 3, we're going to talk a little bit about what is radiance. What do I mean by that? And how can you connect with more luminous, vital, just gorgeous, beautiful, glowing energy? So taking this moment now, let's get into what is the fire of the burning and churning of breakup. So this is often where you are sometimes very abruptly shown the mirror of the shadow in the relationship, whether it's things that you said, that they said, that have occurred, things that you were pushing in the corner that all came crashing forward, whether it was on your side, their side, everyone's side. And there is this raw, ugly experience that can happen for many people in breakup. It's like the most raw and ragged and shadowy things can come up. Not with everyone, but this is the majority of what I've experienced personally. And so when you're in that, right, you're like, what you're doing then is you're often popped back into these survival-based states. Sometimes some people get really tired. Some people are the opposite. They can't sleep. Some people get sick. Some people have all of it going on. And so when you're really dropping into this experience of the churning, searing fire, you feel as if sometimes you've been actually reduced to ashes. You know what I mean? Like, oh boy, this is just, and it sears you from a very deep place, because when we love with all of ourselves. And whatever happens, it goes to the very core. And it's undoubtedly sometimes one of the most painful things that you'll experience, or are on the top 5. In this life is a major breakup or divorce. And so what I want to talk to you about is, what is that like to be the phoenix that's rising from the ashes? What powers the rise? We're going to go into that step 2 here of what we're talking about. What powers the rise? How does that happen? And so there's 2 phases to this. When you're in very close to the first phase, when things are fresh, emails, texts, your emotional processing, you're reeling from what's happened. You are going to be closer to really working on that fiery phase of just doing self-care, just working into creating sacred space and surrendering to the divine. So if you want support on this, I have 3 sacred keys to rise radiant from breakup, and it's an ebook called Radiant Relief. So I will make that available either in the comments or a link below. So just look for that, it'll be available. And take this moment to really recognize that you have been traumatized by the breakup. And your body is responding as if a trauma has happened. So just be doing all of those things that you would do with that fresh, raw experience. Now, in this rising from the ashes as the phoenix, when you've been a couple of months, and it depends for some people, this can be 4 or 5 months, it can be a couple of months, you're then in this place where you're like, okay, so here I am, and I am in this, you're in the alchemical container of transmutation. You are transmuting who you were before, because you cannot be who you were before the relationship. You're not going back there. And that in of itself can also be a shock. What happened to blah, 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 the things that maybe were easier for you? What happened to this or that? This is a groundbreaking experience to rise, to find the new wings, the new pathways, the new visions, and the new self, because you're rising radiant out of the fire and you're finding yourself. That's what's so amazing about the rising as the phoenix from the ashes, is that you're finding yourself. And don't miss the step. Do not miss the step of you finding yourself and recreating yourself from a new vantage point, from, if you ask me, a radiant vantage point, a divine vantage point of you, right? And so taking this time to really Connect with your body. Connect with your heart. Find self-care that works. Check out the ebook. Go out in nature and meditate. Make sure to have really quality exercise, not mindless exercise, but like quality exercise, running or going to the gym where you're really focused on your body, really present. Right? And so these are some of the phases. I'm getting the framework organized of kind of some of the context. That's context 1, the raw. Context 2 is that alchemical process, when you've had a little more time from the breakup, right? And so now what we're really talking about is what's the alchemy of the rise? It is that flame within. You have faith within yourself. And you have faith within the universe, and you're starting to know that there's a deeper vision for you. There's a deeper purpose that for whatever reason, whether it's clear now that relationship or this mode, if you're recovering from a trauma or a major life setback or challenge, whatever was going on in that context of that relationship or your life just wasn't going to let you get to the next level. So your soul, your higher self, is propelling you forward on a track that might be a little mysterious at the time, or maybe okay, I knew that relationship needed to go, and you're still in the fire, and you're still in the pain, and that's also great. But it's finding that flame inside, that flame of faith, right? That's actually how you rise from the ashes into the radiance, is you find the flame of faith. What do you have faith in? Do you have faith in yourself, your ability to heal, your ability to take care of yourself, to manage your day, to set up self-care practices and sessions and healing for yourself? Or is that something that you're still learning? So stay close, because this is all about self-care and rising radiance and becoming empowered in your rise. So we will be doing different things. And so one of the things is staying connected to your body, right? How are you feeling now? Where is the tension? How does your belly feel? This is a huge indicator of how we're actually doing. How does your belly feel? Tight, anxious, soft, open? Are you giving yourself enough rest? Are you doing like all the nutritional things? These are all going to help you rise in that alchemical process as the phoenix, right? And just moving into this revelation of being, this revelation of love, this revelation of holiness that is a part of your, it's just a part of this life, is to go through the depth and the darkness and the pain. And your goal is to not lose faith. So let's breathe into the heart. Let's breathe into the flame. And just allowing yourself to really drop deeper in, deeper into this pathway, to this experience. And just allowing yourself to find that flame of faith. And my opportunity that I'm laying before you is to open up to the universal benevolence, allowing this divinity to join you in your grief, your pain, your overwhelm, and to know that you're not alone. And to light the flame of faith with me right now. Let's light that. Let's light it in the heart. Let's say, I'm having faith that no matter what my current circumstances are, whether it's financial, whether it's your ability to complete your tasks because the emotions or the overwhelm is just draining, your feeling of you may never find anyone again and you're feeling really alone and devastated, is to go to the next step, or whatever that is for you now. I'm going to believe that I can hit that next level, that next layer of emotional security, of finances, of loving myself more than judging myself or others. Choosing love over judgment. That's a huge part of what happens in breakup is you're judged, you're judging them. It's a big judgment fest, right? And it can also be happening in the background, and it's draining. It takes a lot of resources to, really be drained. So it can happen in the background, right? You can really be taking a lot of resources to be dealing with that judgment. So allowing yourself to come into a radiant spiral of beauty. Realigning with that faith, right? And so let's go on to step 3. What is radiance, right? So what is radiance? So radiance for me is a high frequency energy. It's a divinely guided energy. It's your higher self. It's your highest destiny timeline. It's the highest aspect of the universe. It is you, radiant and glowing. Now, when you're deep in the despair and you can barely get out of bed and you don't want to look in the mirror, you're like, okay, whatever, that's not even applicable. But here's the thing. The radiance can be inside. That's actually where it comes from. As you can just imagine, even if you're just in their darkest day, that there is a diamond of light in your heart. And that is your faith, and that is your radiance. And you ask your higher self, you ask your highest guidance to come in and to keep you connected to the light that is there so that you can grow it in time. Right? That is radiance. That is you. That is your empowerment of your being. And radiance is your light. It's your luminosity. It's your divinity. It's your glow. And one of the most powerful ways is to just surrender to the divine. Surrender, 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 surrender. Did you get that? Huh? Did you get that one? So you don't have to do this alone. You don't have to carry the burden. You don't have to feel all the feelings. You can call in, is it your angels? Is it your higher self? Is it your guides? Because this is about you being supported and allowing the light in, no matter how dark and painful and terrible it is, right? Allow the light in to be with you, to host you, to help you, to love you. Because you are lovable, you are loving, and you love you. So allow the radiance in. So we're going to go ahead and just take a few minutes, right? And putting hands on hearts if that feels right for you, or maybe on your belly, and maybe both. And taking this moment and just really affirming whatever way is right for you. You can do this silently, you can do this out loud with me, is I am enough. I am enough right here. I am enough as a mess. I am enough if I'm disorganized. I'm enough, whether I am feeling pretty or not, or happy or not, or successful or not. I'm enough in these other states. There's an enoughness there. Let's just breathe into that. And filling yourself up with the enoughness and having this enoughness be your flame. So starting in your heart to light that flame of enough. I'm enough. I'm full with my love for myself. Yeah, I am full with my love for myself. So holding this in. Loving this in now. And let's call in your higher self. We're going to start the meditation. So calling in your higher self. Higher self, be with me today. Be with me throughout the rest of my day until I go to sleep. Help me through the daytime and help me wake up in a good way. High guidance, high team of resonance, be around me, guide me throughout my day of my tasks, my activities, so I can stay connected to the flame of faith. I align myself with my highest truth and my highest awareness. I am this because I am enough. So feel into that, loving that you are enough. You're enough. I'm enough and you're enough. Let's just be in this. I've worked with women for a really long time, and this is just something that goes on and on and on for women, is the enoughness. And we're not going to go into the background of society and ancestry and all the things that create that, but always bring that light in to fill your cup of your beingness, right? So let's go into the meditation, just allowing yourself to have a little reset. And if you want to lie down, that's great. If you're doing this on your lunch break, in your car and you can recline, or you're just like somewhere where you physically can't, don't worry. Just kind of go into an internal space and visualize the globe of light around you, and just clearing out anyone else's energy today, whether it's from the dream time, whether it's from work or family or other meetings or activities, just clearing everyone out and seeing yourself surrounded in a globe of golden light. I'm going to keep my eyes open, but I'm going to encourage you to close your eyes if you can. And just lighting a flame of faith in the center of your heart and allowing this to be your lifeline to the one. Let's call him the one power. The one power of the universe, and feel that benevolence come in to hold you. Let's actually just work on the holding containment of yourself. Let's bring in a containment around you of an egg of light where you feel like, oh, the universe has got me. Feel the hands of light. Feel the wings of the angels. Feel this containment of the one power, like you're floating now on a raft of light. And bringing that light down as you light the flame, I'm choosing to be in faith. For my next steps, I'm listening for synchronicity. I'm taking care of myself and then dropping down into your belly. Holy presence I am, holy light that I am, holy love that I am, clearing my solar plexus and my digestion, grounding down to the womb, seeing your ovaries lit with beautiful flames. And there we go. Your sacrum, grounding down to the grounding cord, the width of your hips, into the core of the earth. I anchor my sacred light today to stand strong and powerful, and just grounding down and raising up into the center of the head, center of the womb, center of the belly, center of the heart, and up to the center of the head. I'm lighting my diamond. I clear my thoughts. I clear all distortions. I clear all comparisons. I clear everything, and just focus for a moment on a glowing diamond as if it's at the center of your head, and just kind of on your interior gaze, just visualize this. And aligning with the crown of your head. That diamond glow comes up, and lighting that column of light all the way up to source. All the way up to source. Holding yourself radiant. Holding yourself beautiful. Holding yourself powerful. And bringing that back down. Bringing that back down. Bringing that back down. Aligning and allowing and loving and holding. Aligning, allowing, loving, and holding yourself now. And just wrapping yourself in the light. Let's almost like you're wrapped in a blanket of light. Let's see that around you, soothing your body, your mind, your heart, healing you in this moment. Holding your heart, blessing this pathway, loving, loving, loving you now. Holding, holding, holding you now. So wishing you a beautiful day, my dear. I'm intending now, sending light waves out that you rise radiant, even if it's just a little bit more than before you watch this live stream. Please comment, right? Please comment. It super helps all of these algorithms to keep the channel being shown to more people. It's a beautiful thank you. Share if you can. If anything resonates, you think there's someone else that it might work for. And also, there's a Radiant Relief ebook. Let's make sure to get you connected to that. It's completely complimentary at this time. It's gorgeous, 16 pages with an audio. A super beautiful love hug with some really practical information. And so I'm signing off for today. And you love, and I'll see you soon.